Okay, alrighty, I'm going to show y'all how to create the EasyCBM account. So easycbm.com, and CBM, curriculum-based measure. So once again, this has various probes that are in order by grade level, K through 8. So all you have to do is click login, make yourself an account. I've already done that step. But as you see on this page, the teacher login is where you can go in to get all the paper-based copies of the probes and the measures, and then there is a student login portion where you can assign it digitally. I advise against that because it can be overwhelming for like a young learner. I just don't like the way some of the passages are presented. It can look overwhelming. Anyway, so then you start by going here and you can enter your students. So the difference between students and groups is if you want to give assignments whole group, it'd be best to put them in as individual students. But if you want to give more individualized work, I would make an individual student a group. For example, if I have Aaron working on a different level than Donise, I will probably make Aaron his own group because I can give him assignments at the level that he needs. It's kind of a way to get around trying to be individualized, even though he's not a group. His assignments will operate separately than a student. And I'll show you what that means later. So when you get to measures, you can pick the grade level of the skill you want the child to work on. So for my guided reading group, I'm working at materials that's in a first or a second grade level. So for example, if I pick level 2 and we're working on reading fluency, I can right here click the student copy, which takes me to a PDF of the probe here, and then it gives the assessor's copy right here, and then I can enter scores. When I click enter scores, it shows me, it gives me kind of a blank here. Here's one that I didn't do. A blank copy of the student-friendly version right here. So here's a student who maybe was absent this particular day. And I can go through and indicate which words he got incorrect, what was the last word he read within that minute as the probe tells me to do. It also has passage fluency, and it has reading comprehension, multiple choice. See here with the reading comprehension, you can have it so that it's being given online. I'm going to preview that. So this is how it looks to kids. It's kind of overwhelming because it's all on one page. They can adjust the size, but they still have to scroll down and up. Has one question appearing at a time. But I don't think they'll take it seriously because it's not, I don't know, it's not visually friendly, like I said before. Going into the data reporting, this is here under reports. So it'll post by data by groups or by individuals. And for example, so if you're doing paper-based copies like I do, you will have to go back and enter the data, which is really simple. So I'm missing a couple probes here, but I'll just show you what one looks like. So whatever probe I give, it will post their score. Let me show you what it looks like to enter data. So for example, I just did a comprehension task with scholars. It was on level 2. The probe I did was the Tea Party. I'm going to enter scores. And the individual score who I'm going to enter is, I'm going to do Caleb Murray. Caleb Murray. Oh, I already entered him. I will do Landon Smith. So I go to Landon's results. Oh, he's already entered. But anyways, I'll just walk through it. So I have his probe here with the questions that he's answered. And I go through and I enter his scores. I click save. It'll save the data. So when I go to reports and I end up clicking on his name, it wasn't a fluency probe. It was a comprehension probe. It already begins to graph the data for me. So I can see on 2 occasions he has yet to meet mastery on comprehension. even after some of her guided reading practice on, annotating the passage, writing the main idea, talking it through, when he was left to his own devices, he still scored below mastery. So, I would just keep this data going so that it can help inform what the RTI team is doing as well. So that's a little bit about it. This is also the free version. The interventions tab is interesting, but you can't get to it because you need the deluxe edition, so it's restricted access. So that is that. Hope it helps.